There's
fair
been
use.
torrential rain in Mexico in the past.
Fair, fair use. Uh, Man, it's crazy. This is Mexico. Nobody's reporting on the disasters that's happening to the elite in all over in the other countries. Right here in the United States, the disasters are happening to them, and you know nobody's reporting on it. What are they ashamed of? Why are they hiding this? Uh, the 64 dead, dozens missing. We have other reports that say there's about 12,000 confirmed, 12,600 confirmed deaths. Let's watch. And somebody's got to tell what's happening. You know, because these people need help. I mean, we're trying to get our identity back. We're fighting for our identity, but it seems like the people who occupy all these lands and run the government, it seems like they are they're very inhumane. I just put it like that. You see the beastly like mentality uh, revealing itself in these governments. So now we know who all these governments are, because even in these towns, Mexico and different places, the governments there are not asking for help, and you'll find out that they're not helping their people. They're doing the same thing everywhere. All of the governments are abandoning the people everywhere. Everywhere. These are the same people running these governments, and they are chosen people of such time. Let's watch.
There's been torrential rain in Mexico in the past few days that has left 64 people dead. Officials say dozens of other people are still missing. The heavy rain hit 5 Mexican states near the Gulf of Mexico over the weekend. Mexican authorities fear the death toll will rise. President Claudia Sheinbaum says 100,000 homes have been affected by flooding and landslides. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News in Washington.
Now, this flood hit 5 states. Let's see if I can get this one.
There's been torrential.
Y'all, this flood that just took place in Mexico for the past couple of days is a lot more severe than the media is leading up. Matter of fact, the media is not even speaking up about this. I feel like this is another Hurricane Helene incident. Remember the incident that happened with Hurricane Helene in Asheville, North Carolina? This is literally another. Look at this, y'all. It's another incident. And once again, the media is silent. Do you guys know it's been 12,600 people that are unalived in this situation, and 32,000 people are missing? I bet you guys didn't know that. You guys didn't hear about that. Look at the destruction that this flood has caused all over Mexico. This is in My goodness. And the crazy thing about it is there's a lot of destruction happening all over the planet, and the media is silent. The infrastructure of Mexico is completely ruined.
12,600 dead so far, 32,400 missing in Mexico. The storms, the hurricane. Missing in Mexico. 12,600 dead so far, 32,400 missing in Mexico. The storms, the hurricane, the flooding, a lot of displaced families. A lot of people missing, 32,400, and confirmed deaths, 12,600. Shows how bad the infrastructure is. That they knew it was coming. It wasn't like it was a surprise, but the devastation. We're going to be talking about it probably for a few days because this just happened, and again, there's 32,400 missing that were washed away. If you saw any of the videos, and if you haven't, just go to the search bar and put Mexico flooding, and you'll see cars were being washed away, houses were being washed away. It was a sight, and again, they knew it was coming, but couldn't do anything about it because the infrastructure, a lot of the housing is real old. A lot of stuff just got washed away. It was way too much water coming way too fast, and cars were going down the streets. That's how bad it was. Pray for Mexico.
Not only are people passing away, people from Veracruz are desperate for any type of help they can get. Not only are people passing away, so are animals. There's so many viral videos where you can see dogs pretty much being taken away by the water because everything is flooded right now. Everybody's also currently searching for some type of food. Everything got destroyed in Alamo, Veracruz. Also, in the now viral videos, you can see the OXXO stores pretty much looted and there's nothing there for anybody. Due to the natural disasters, a lot of people are currently homeless. They lost their homes. They have no type of food, so they're trying to get any type of food they can get. There's a video that I came across where a guy saves a dog. This guy's name is Barry. You can see that the streets are completely flooded, and there's a little dog right there just hanging on a little fence with his little neck out. Then the guy comes, grabs him, and saves Lengüita. That is the dog's name. Puts him on top of another car. And that is pretty much great news because that dog, if that guy didn't show up, you already know what would have happened to the doggy. Hopefully people from Veracruz gets all the help they can get as soon as possible. Let me know what you guys think about all this down below in the comments. And like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news. Ciao, pesca.
This is a trail of destruction left by intense rains in central and southeastern Mexico. I'm in the Mexican state of Hidalgo, one of the hardest hit in the country and also one with the highest number of missing people, according to Mexico's government. Here, the damage has been extensive. This house was completely destroyed, killing a woman inside, while the family was left with nothing. And many people here in this community known as El Pantano now fears that new landslides coming from that cliff could bury their homes. Mexico's government has begun a census of affected residents. The toll could rise in the coming days as this tragedy unfolds. This is a trail of
severe flooding in Mexico. Heavy rainfall caused landslides, destroyed homes, and damaged highways. At least 37 people are confirmed dead, and
estudiantes de Álamo, de Tuxpan, de Álamo, de Tuxtlan, de...
The situation in Mexico has turned.
At least 41 people are dead after heavy rains set off widespread flooding and landslides in Mexico. Intense rainfall inundated 31 of Mexico's 32 states, causing rivers to burst their banks. Thousands of homes were damaged or destroyed by the fast-running water. More than 5,000 troops have been deployed to help clear roads and distribute aid.
Oh my God! 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 Oh my God!
Eso de la plancha de lavadero con el chaparrito y esas que siempre la
Tigre, cálmate, tigre.
Yo quisiera que si en verdad hay un gobierno que apoya y ayuda a uno, pues que ayudara a la gente que no encuentran a sus familiares, porque yo como madre lo estoy viviendo y lo viví. 3 días y 3 noches anduve buscando a mi hija y a mi nieto. Con las manos las metía yo abajo del lodo para ver si encontraba yo a mi hija. Bastante feo. En nada.
Hey, my beautiful folks. This is a developing tragedy in Mexico, where the government has announced a sharp rise in the death toll from last week to torrential rains. The official count now stands at least 64 people dead, with another 65 still missing as of Monday. The flood focused on the central and eastern states of Veracruz, Hidalgo, and Puebla has been catastrophic. The disaster has left thousands homeless, with early estimates of nothing 100,000 affected homes. Some near rivers were completely washed away. President Claudia Sheinbaum has deployed thousands of troops and rescue equipment to the region. A major challenge is reaching cut-off communities and northern Veracruz alone. 80 communities remain inaccessible for road, forcing authorities to airlift food and water. In the town of Poza Rica, witnesses describe a wall of water arriving at dawn, with the flood levels reaching over 12 feet, sweeping away cars and destroying homes. The heavy rains have been linked to tropical systems of Mexico's Pacific coast. Rescue efforts continue as the nation mourns its losses. Hey, my beautiful folks.
Hay mucha basura tirada, hay mucha podredumbre, apestan los animales. ¿Qué es lo que va a pasar, señores? Las autoridades no sé si no quieren ver o se están haciendo las ciegas o los oxisos. Señores, esto no ha terminado. Fue la primera parte del desbordamiento. ¿Qué viene después, señores? Vienen enfermedades, vienen hongos en la piel, viene dengue hemorrágico, viene Zika, viene un sinnúmero de enfermedades, señores. No ha entrado ningún doctor, no han venido. Necesitamos, tenemos niños.
Son 70 personas que lamentablemente fallecieron, 30 en Veracruz, 21 en Hidalgo, 18 en Puebla y una persona en Querétaro. y son 72 personas no localizadas. Es importante que sepan que se han localizado varias personas, pero al mismo tiempo también han reportado algunas otras personas que lamentablemente las familias no los encuentran.
La nueva cifra de desaparecidos y de muertos, por favor.
Sí.
We see that the people, the European people, the people with less melanin than anybody on the earth, okay? I want to say the terror. We don't know who they. We know the Most High said He would divide them, separate the people. But we see that the governments, they are treating their citizens in the same fashion all over the earth. We said that, but we see this woman, they complained that she, that was the president.
Personas.
This is the president. Excuse me. But they said that when she did visit the devastated sites, that they were asking her, what are you doing? How come you're not sending help? And they said she put her finger to her mouth and told them, shh, like little kids, shh, be quiet, shh. She told them, shh, be quiet, kids, shh, shh, don't ask mommy any questions, shh. So yeah, this is what's happening all over, man. This is what these governments are doing. And we know in edition of Esther, how much time we got? I want to go there, but when you leave these videos, it's hard to get them back. The edition of Esther, it talks about they talk about the uniting of all their nations, right? And they weren't able to unite because of these strange people who had these strange laws, who came out and separated the people and gave the people their identity back based on these scriptures and the laws that the Most High have given to His chosen people. And now we see it's something about behavior patterns. You can't overlook behavior patterns. It's science. It's science. It's not some hocus pocus stuff, like a lot of people seem to think psychology is, but psychology has a science to it. If these people are behaving a certain way, it's for a certain reason. There's no way everybody all over the face of the earth in government would neglect their families like these government officials are doing. It's an agenda, it's code, it's a purpose. They've talked about it in their world meetings, in their what they call them, crafty council meetings. They have to make a bold attempt to snatch the power from the people and force them into servitude by any means. Right now is the time. Why? The same way with anybody, you can Google Bacon's Rebellion. Now, the rich people, the plantation owners, the business owners, the bourgeoisie, the bougie, they treated, the early slaves, which were indentured slaves. The early slaves, they treated them very badly, right? When they hired you on for a year, you had to do anything they told you to do. And if you didn't, they were allowed to chastise you. You couldn't just walk away from your slave owner, people who you were enslaved to. and they could pay you whatever they want to pay you. So what happened? The indentured slaves got together and they overthrew the business owners, the rich folks. This is real. This is history. Bacon's Rebellion. And they rebelled and they boycotted and they took over. They took over the towns that they were in from the rich people. And when they finally got it under control, they changed all the laws to force the people, the misogyny laws where they couldn't intermarry anymore. Right? They had to get a plan in place to stop the people from uniting. So what did they do? They created what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. Let me cut it off till I get it. I still can't think of it. It's a stat. Damn it. A system, first class, second class, third class. You know what I'm trying to say. So the third class people would hold up the bottom, would hold everybody else up, right? And so if you didn't want to be down there and be walked on, then you would keep your position and you would try to move to the top based on how brainwashed you were, how much Stockholm syndrome you developed, based on your loyalty to the masters, right? So if you wanted to be treated different from the master, you had to have his interests. You had to have his interests at the forefront of your mind at all times. Your will had to cease from being your will, and you had to cater to his will. And whoever could cater to the will of the slave master's desire, then that's who he would reward. Yeah, it was a punishment and reward system. So that's what's happening. That is the main thing that's happening right now in society. All these governments are treating the citizens in this same way. They're restructuring, conditioning the minds, redeveloping the minds of the people to become slaves again and stop thinking about overthrowing their masters and taking their power, God-given power, the rights to rule over their own lives. You can't think like that. So that's what's happening all over. And it's a mindset that has been developed and learned by the slave master. They have agreed on it. It's the crafty council. It's the norm of the crafty council now. We must all be dictators. We have to unite together, because we can't unite the people, because you're going to have some people that's going to be in favor of supremacy and dictatorship. You're going to have some people that's not going to be. They want to be free. They want to be free. They want to rule their own lives. So we can't leave it in the hands of the people anymore. We all have to unite and control the people. We control their resources. And if a national disaster happens, then that is our way to force them in submission. We don't help them. We're not going to help you, because you are not complying with the powers that be. You're not in submission. So we're not going to help you. We could help you. Yeah, we could help you. But we're not going to. Help yourself. If we have to, Bill Gates, if we have to unalive some of y'all, we'll leave it up to the national disaster. We'll use that. Thank God for the national disasters, because we don't have to go out and do it ourselves. although they are doing it with all kind of biological, chemical warfare and every kind of psychological warfare, spiritual, psychological warfare, everything. They use religion. They use every tool at his book. The Satan has weapons that he used. We shouldn't be ignorant of. This is a weapon right here. Governments neglecting their people in time of trouble and national disasters. They're using that to get rid of the people. Let's keep watching.
Que lamentablemente las familias.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hi, I'm Eduardo Mendoza, Mexico Country Director for Direct Relief. I'm here at the Santa Lucia Air Base here in Mexico City, where we are delivering 60 emergency medical backpacks and 3 emergency health kits that will be distributed to the National Defense Secretariat to help continue the rescue and search efforts in the areas affected by the flooding here in eastern Mexico and the Gulf Coast.
And they say they were sending people, the cartel and different people were sending these people. You see, they got these beautiful little containers and stuff with their names on it. The governments don't want the people to help each other. That helps them to be self-sufficient, and then the governments will not be needed anymore. We don't need you. Once we start helping each other again, just like in Hades and what happened down in Hades when the Israelites went down there and started passing out food. And the United States government and the Mexican government said, no, you got to give the food to a church or something, let them pass it out. A church of our choosing, or to the government. You got to give your assistance to them and let them pass it out. They pick through it and pick out the good stuff and give it to their families and put it in their pocket. Then they throw the trash, the crumbs to the people. But also, they don't want you to realize that you can do it without them. We can make it without them.
We will continue to collaborate with the relevant authorities and continue to provide updates as the situation develops. Thank you.
You hear what he said? We got to talk to the authorities before we help you.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
From above, you can see how the river has taken over the streets.
This is a breaking news alert out of New Mexico where catastrophic flash flooding has slammed the mountain town of Ruidoso, triggering mass evacuations, water rescues, and a full-blown state of emergency. Monsoon rains today caused the Rio Ruidoso to rise more than 20 feet, tearing through neighborhoods, washing away roads, and even sweeping entire buildings downstream. It looked like a wall of water, one resident said. The river became a monster. Emergency crews, including National Guard units, conducted over 85 rescues, saving people trapped in homes, vehicles, and mobile trailers. Shelters are now open at the Ruidoso Community Center and ENMU Ruidoso, housing hundreds of displaced families. So far, no confirmed fatalities, but officials warn the full extent of the damage may not be known for days. The floodwaters tore through the land already scarred by last year's wildfires, which stripped the soil and left entire hillsides unable to absorb the rainfall, turning this storm into a deadly landslide and flash flood threat. More rain is in the immediate forecast. If you are in the area, stay off the road, seek high ground, and listen for emergency alerts. This is a life-threatening situation. I will bring you up. This is a break. We got him, man.
You know your mom's
Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at that! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Quedó ahí. Mándale.
Aquí estamos en Zapata City, ya sacaron las lanchas.
All praises to the Most High. We just got to pray, keep the people in prayer, and we pray that, only thing we can pray is happening. It's happening. This is the Most High doing this. This is the Most High gathering the people up for the fire. The fire to destroy is the destruction. All destruction is the fire. Separating the wheat from the tare. And he's gathering the tare up for destruction, the fire. Pray that you are counted worthy to be gathered up with the wheat. All praise.